Good evening, everyone. This scene is set at Club Gemini, where Bianca and Isabel have arranged to meet with Tootie Danielle, as she wants to speak with them about something. And Bianca and Isabel, I'm going to say, are already there. Isabel's waiting in the screened off area for Kindred only.
Well, 2D is after striding in, and she's kind of glancing around. Music is blaring as she's enjoying herself. Kind of bopping along to it as she's gonna stride up into the kindred area. As she's just kind of gonna crane her head in kind of the partition and just kind of stick her head in, seeing if she sees anybody. Hopefully, it's Bianca and Isabel.
Hmm. At least Isabel. I'm sure Bianca's not sure what Bianca's doing. What is Bianca doing?
Bianca, yeah, she's sitting back there trying to figure out the best way to lure people in when she has to keep one hand in her pocket. How do you get close and seduce somebody with one hand out of commission? She's contemplating having Isabel help bringing snacks for the night, and then keeping them to the left side or maybe in her lap. That might work. Yes. That might work. Worst comes to worst, I guess I can go out and try and seduce somebody with my uncanny awkwardness I'm currently experiencing. But we'll see. Oh, there is that Tootie, that dear little Danielle girl. Maybe I can have her lure me in some dinner. We'll see. She's sitting back there quietly in contemplation.
Well, Danielle will rock right up to Isabel with a big smile on her face. Very bright. Hello.
Well, hello. How are you this evening?
Okay. Okay. Got a nice to escape Teddy anyway for the night. As she gives a kind of cocking sideways glance and smiles.
Well, he doesn't want you out unsupervised.
Something like that, yeah. Everyone's a bit on edge.
I do.
So, I met with. She kind of is kind of sitting down very quickly as she's lighting a cigarette as she kind of looks at you. I met with Sly in a cafe, and
She kind of frowns.
well, he messaged me saying he wanted to talk, and he's interested in helping look for Gums and Kara, like getting an actual organised team together.
I see.
Like, the way I see it is that if we can go talk to the elders, and he was of the same mind, we can actually have a proper team go look for her.
Well, it seems that all of us, and she looks at Bianca, are on the same page about that, as Bianca and I were discussing that very thing a couple nights ago. I am quite friendly with someone who is of influence that I was planning on meeting with. Having a little bit of trouble getting a hold of him, but hopefully soon.
Well, I do have one thing that might help leverage. I am kind of friendly with, Victor, the Tremere, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
He has a funeral home on the edge of the Sabat territory, and we could use it as a
Maybe
location to
kind of
store and.
a lookout point
Hmm,
too.
hmm. I was thinking the same thing. I was going to go talk to Mr. Starr about it. But if you can mention that, maybe I suggested that or something, and we can all kind of conglomerate and work together, really, or something.
Yes, of course. Honestly, the more people we have, the better.
It's just that I could go talk to Tony as well and maybe suggest they can use it as a place to store weapons or store bodies and kind of have it as a hub to come in and
Shh.
out of.
She looks at Bianca. Maybe Bianca better handle that. Clan and all.
Then yeah, but you know, just I just thought it might be a good idea. She kind of just smiles nervously.
Oh, of course it's a good idea, but no offense, but you're still very green and you're not a Bruja. Bianca might
Well,
have more luck. Although, from what I understand, Tony may not even need that much convincing to go after anything that's Sabat. So,
just tell him to tell Victor that Miss Delavine, they're friends of Miss Delavine. He'll understand.
Will do.
Um, I was. She kind of looks very nervous. Then she's like, "So, um, how have you two been?"
surviving.
She has a very pleasant smile on and says, "Horrible, thank you for asking. How are you?"
Oh, well, that's bad. I've been okay. Just she kind of looks down and she almost kind of zones out for a second and then looks back up again and shakes her head. Just, you know, keep on going, I guess.
That's all we can do right now, my dear. Keep on going. Is that the gist of what it is that you wanted to speak to us about?
Kinda, yeah. I was just wondering. I was kind of trying to organize, and she kind of hands Isabel shakily Sly's number. He wants to talk to you two as well about formulating a proper team. But he did threaten me and stuff. It wasn't very nice.
Threaten you? Why did he threaten you? What did he say?
She kind of looks around, making sure there's no one else there, and kind of leans in. He said I'm a worse masquerade breach than a Nosferatu because at least Nosferatu have the visible thing. I have what's going on up in here.
That. I don't even want to call him a man or a boy because he's not worthy of that title, but he really has no tact. It doesn't even seem like he knows how to make friends at all. Like, that is not how you get on someone's good side. I can't believe you're going along with him when he keeps calling you names like this.
I want to help in any way I can, and I figured since we're all upstanding members of society, we'll look good, and while he keeps insulting everybody, we can reap the benefits of his mistakes.
Hmm, that's probably true. But I will have some words with him.
Just, I just don't want him getting up in my face like that. I don't like
I'll
it.
make sure he doesn't do that again.
Yeah, she kind of looks more relieved. It's just I don't like being called crazy because I'm not.
I
She kind
know.
of is rubbing her hands quite nervously.
I know you're not.
So and plus I want to help find your sire and stuff. So I kind of feel bad. So
Her expression softens and she takes your hand.
she kind of smiles awkwardly. Not really good at the saying part of the stuff. She kind of feathers your hand a bit and kind of squeezes it almost like she's checking for something.
I know, it's a difficult situation for everyone, honestly. I'll be glad when this is all over.
Yeah, me too.
We all will, my dear. And Bianca stands up and pulls her left hand out of her pocket and places it on 2D's shoulder. We'll all get through this, and she gives her a bit of a squeeze. I am feeling a bit peckish, though, if you'll excuse me for a moment.
Okay.
Isabel smiles
She
and
can.
nods at Bianca.
That's my flashback roll. Almost forgot it.
Okay.
Danielle kind of is going to just say to Isabel, "Do you want to go dance or see if we can find anyone?" She kind of doesn't know really what to say for a drink.
No, I'm not really feeling up to that tonight, but if you want to, go right ahead. I'm not going to go anywhere.
Okay. She kind of looks disappointed, but she kind of gets up and she puts down her satchel and looks at you. Will you make sure no one touches that?
Of course.
Okay. She nods more reassured and kind of walks out, kind of still glancing back to make sure it's still there, and walks out to the dance floor then.
Bianca, meanwhile, is out in the carousing, talking people up, flirting, making stuff up on the fly, getting people interested in listening to her as she talks. This will be manipulation subterfuge to convince somebody to go somewhere. Well, first we should see how busy this place is. It doesn't look to be super busy, so it's a slow night. It is Sunday, so that would be 5 successes for Bianca to convince somebody through great stories and half truths to come and sit with her. And Bianca's uh, gets in close and takes her stuffed glove out of her pocket and rubber banded under her jacket to her stump of an arm as she places it behind the woman's back and putting her arms around the woman's neck. So, my dear, you want to see what I can do, huh? After all those sweet little promises. And she trails some kisses uh, down the woman's cheek, her jawline, tilts her head up with her nose, kisses on her neck. Woman gives a bit of a shiver with anticipation, and works her way towards those sweet, luscious veins, sinks her teeth in, taking the first 2 points of her feeding for the night, licking the wound, taking her hand, making sure she didn't get any blood anywhere on her lips, though they are blood red not normally, thanks to being permanently tattooed that color. They're always that nice dark red. She takes one of her cards out of her jacket pocket, puts it in, slips it into the woman's purse, gives her a quick kiss on the cheek, gets up and heads back into the private area for a bit. She can see the woman, but she wants to wait until she's up and moving before she goes out and considers her next bite.
Well, Danielle's gonna try her arm at seducing someone through her dancing, so that's manipulation performance, yeah. Oh, this should be funny. As she's not very good at this dancing thing, so oh, it's not too bad. She got success as she's managed in her weird little kind of fish aerobic dancing. Someone is chatting to her, and he kind of more appreciates it for more of its novelty than anything else. She looks very, very nervous as she kind of is going to smile and talk to him and kind of, ask him does he want a party or anything like that. And he says yes, so they kind of sneak off, kind of just around, and kind of she doesn't take anything, but he pops a pill. It's an ecstasy pill, kind of very subtly in the bathrooms, as they're called, kind of all smiles, and this is just being subterfuge. And oh yeah, he is very, very attracted to Danielle, as in the bathroom, in the same bathroom, she will kiss him very gently, almost very tenderly, as the door is locked. And she'll take 2 blood points from him, and I'll just roll a chance die. See how low she's on something. High she's not. Yeah, she is. She's clearly feeling the buzz as her eyes kind of almost widen as she licks the wound and kind of leaves him in there and kind of struts out almost very, very excitedly as her eyes kind of go a bit wider as she comes in, and she is going to just literally bounce back into the injured area, kind of just plonking herself down in this bright smile in front of Bianca and Isabel.
Welcome back, my dear. I'm glad to see you seem to be doing so happily.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
drink you find out there?
Mm-hmm. She kind of is nodding her head way too enthusiastically. It's kind of just bobbing and bobbing and bobbing.
Isabel has hold of your little satchel purse thing, and she hands it back to you.
Oh, thank you. It's really hard to lose these things, don't you find? She's like almost like she can't figure out that the thing goes on this way. She's struggling around. It's like I nearly lost these all the time back in college, so I'm not really kind of sure. She's like tugging her hair and doing all this sort of stuff. But anyway, you're really pretty. She kind of like leans forward like that.
Why, thank you, Danielle.
2D, please. 2D's so much better. Like Danielle's such an ugly name, you know. It's like she's just like. I mean, it's turning into like gargle at this stage. She's speaking so fast.
Yeah. All right then, Tootie. I
Thank you.
prefer that anyway.
Hmm. Well, it would have been a bit awkward if I called the Toreador woman. I said, can you call me 2D? Then she kind of would have got really snooty at me. Like really, really snooty.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm,
Is this the same one that I heard about?
the very.
Bianca gives a very deep body shudder.
Danielle just smiled. Well, she wouldn't think I'm a good Christian lady for what I was doing in the bathroom. I was very, very bold. And she kind of, her eyes just kind of go a bit wider.
Isabel just grins, biggest grin of her life, as Tootie says that.
And then the grumpy gangrel would have been like, "That's really mean what you said." Danielle was just going on this tirade, like trying to imitate Frank Sargent, basically.
Aw, she's adorable, isn't she adorable, Bianca?
Bianca leans back, one hand in her pocket, the other hand coming up to one finger on her lips. She is adorable. I wonder what she. And then Bianca's voice just trails off into silence as she begins pondering something.
Wonder what? Wonder what? Wonder what? She kind of is almost leaping forward excitedly.
Oh, I have this chest harness that I think would just go beautifully on you.
What's a chest harness?
It's a leather harness that you wear on your chest.
Why would I wear a leather harness on my chest? She looks like thoroughly confused.
Bianca is getting this grin on her face.
Isabel's trying not to laugh.
Well, I suppose you don't have to wear it on your chest. That's usually where a chest harness is worn, though. That's why it's called a chest harness and not like a buttocks harness.
Oh, but that hurt? That would be really sore.
Why would that make it sore?
What if it's on your ass and it's gonna like, wouldn't it like ride up the?
Oh no, my dear, not if it's attached properly.
Oh, why do you want to put that on me?
I was just saying it might make you even more adorable.
She kind of looks at Isabel like thoroughly confused. It's like I really don't get this. And she's like attempting to light a cigarette.
Maybe one day we'll just have to show her. Explaining it doesn't really. It just confuses people.
Yes, well, think of it like this. A chest harness is much like a shirt, but it's a little more risque and fun. Allows you to attach other things to it and sometimes even hoist you up in the air if you feel like it.
Um, I'm okay with that. No, 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 no. No, that's too much for me. She kind of gives this like more like almost kind of like edging back in the sea, like you're about to do it now or something.
No worries, my dear. Everybody has their own limits. We'll see where they are later. They always seem to change for people. Nobody's ever seems to stay quite the same.
No, no, they don't. We'll ask her again in a few years.
I remember when I couldn't even take a flogger laced with barbed wire to somebody. Now they almost beg for it.
Isabel blushes.
Trudy looks thoroughly uncomfortable. She's like, well, that's nice, I suppose. It's always nice to beat people, I suppose, Bianca. But I
It
don't
is.
like
Would
beating
you like to
people.
try it sometime?
No, no, I'm okay. Well, if it's Sly though, I might make an exception because he's a dick. But oh, she kind of like does that.
Oh, Bianca,
Yes, my dear.
do any of your clients resemble Sly?
You're kidding, right? You think I would take a client who looks like a homeless person? I don't think so, my dear.
No, I mean feature-wise, not dress and hygiene-wise.
Honestly, I don't even see half of their faces. They come in with a hood on before I ever get around to what I'm doing.
That's true. Well, she could still pretend that it's Sly.
She could. And trust me, I would be able to tell if it was Sly. That smell. I swear he smells worse than a Nosferatu fresh out of the sewer.
I think they smell better actually. At least they have actually manageable waste. He just smells like gone off shit. You know?
Thank you, my dear. That is so well put. You really shouldn't use such profanity, so it's not very ladylike.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's the. She kind of just smiles. I think it's the meal. I gave him something before just to spice it up a bit.
Like a jalapeno or something.
Kind of, except it makes you really want to dance all the time. I don't think Alpinas want to do that. She kind of looks very thoughtfully. Although, she kind of is just like she kind of does that expression on the way over, like just kind of like thinking basically.
Oh, good. It looks like my meal's left. Time for for seconds.
Mm, okay, do you want to come dance with me, Isabel? She's kind of almost bouncing.
Oh, I suppose I can.
She just is putting you basically onto the dance floor, like throwing off her leather jacket and her dress and just pulling you in basically.
Isabel moves her body to the music and dances with Tootie. Keeps an eye on
She's
Bianca.
Tootie doing the squid dance, so basically her arms are doing something like this. It's very people are kind of looking at like her and you and kind of going, well, how's this? It's just all arms and no movement from anywhere else basically.
Let's see if Isabel can actually manage to dance decently. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, 2D's managing, but as I said, the squid dance is alive basically.
Isabel
So
is actually dancing a fair bit better than that, but she's kind of laughing with Tootie, not at her, um, as she tries to imitate the squid dance.
2D's just kind of going like that, going, it's you lift your arms up a bit better, you know what I mean? She's very smiley, but you can tell she's very bright and bubbly, a lot more and a lot less nervous than she normally is.
Meanwhile, Bianca's gonna continue the same pattern of attraction for her next meal. This one's 4 successes for manipulation subterfuge, luring them in with half truths and lies and make believe. And she goes in and she again take to a similar spot in a dark corner, somewhat private and alone. She again makes out with the girl before feeding again, taking 2 blood points from this one as well. Oh, it's gonna be a long night. She licks the wound. Not quite my style. She pats the girl's cheek. Better luck next time for more. And she gets up and she's gonna wander around as she watches these two do this. What's a good word? It reminds her of those inflatable arm people. Mm, the ones that stand outside of car dealerships. Yes, that's quite an interesting dance. Is that really a dance? I don't think I've ever seen one like that. Oh well, as long as it keeps children happy, I suppose. Calling them children. Isabel's older than I am. Well, she used to be older than I am. With that, Bianca grins as she wanders aimlessly looking for her next meal. And knowing that she'll be able to grow a new hand soon. All she needs is blood and some time.
Um, 2D's gonna attempt to spin Isabel around quite dramatically, in one of those like fancier dances. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna try. I'm gonna roll to try and do this. So this should be good. Oh, so it's two since I know performance. So
I would roll
she does
Dex
it.
Athletics to make sure that she can keep with the spin, which she should. Uh, oh, let's see here. That's what I thought. If she doesn't, this is a horrible roll.
You're not too bad.
4 successes. Yeah,
Ah, yeah.
she is. Yeah, she dances. She keeps with the spin and
Yeah.
actually manages to do a couple more impressive moves for 2D.
Yeah, 2D's doing the dad dance basically 'cause she cannot keep up with that. So she is, from side to side, and she just smiles brightly, going, "You're really good at this."
Gymnastics, my dear.
Oh,
Been a gymnast since I was 3.
oh. Okay, can you teach me how to do that? Because gymnastics sounds like a handy thing to have.
Sure. I, yeah, I have a gym that I rent space at that I take clients. So on one of my off nights, I can just take you there and show you a few things.
Awesome. She just gives me like, I mean, she comes you basically with this big happy smile.
Isabel pulls out. Uh, well, actually, not yet. When they get back to the room, when we get back to where our stuff is, I'll give you a business card with the address on it.
Okay. Do you wanna? She kind of looks in very mischievously. Do you want to party?
No, I don't party. Not like that.
Oh, okay. Just basically like this, very like mopey face. She goes, okay. Do you want to go get something to eat? Like craning your head.
Oh, she scans the crowd. I suppose I could find something here.
We could go together.
Preferably,
I could be your wing woman thing. She like links
preferably
arms with
not a drunk frat boy or sorority girl.
you.
But she looks around. That seems to be pretty much all that's here.
Well, we could try.
A bit of roll perception alertness to see if she happens to find someone
Yeah, two
for
deals do
what
the
she's
same.
looking for.
It's probably difficult to be up for poor old 2D. So I think is it +2 if you're on the effects of drugs.
Yeah,
I think.
+2,
So
so
it's
it'd be
one. Yeah.
difficulty.
Yeah, just
Uh,
one for 2D.
two successes probably good enough for her to spot someone that's not drunk, right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So she's gonna walk up to this girl, apparent subterfuge. Ooh, nice. And lure her in with her looks, which she does very uh, well. Pretty soon, you're going to see Isabel flirting with and kissing on this girl as she doesn't appear to notice Tootie at all anymore, as she's got this person in her grasp. And
2D's being the
she's
awkward third wheel. 2D's being the awkward third wheel, and she's kind of dancing. She's just kind of dancing beside them.
Isabel moves her off into the. She's actually going to take her to the bathroom. This girl, it doesn't matter. She'll do it anywhere. Where she takes her into a stall and acts like that she's going to go down on her, but instead um, she gropes her for a minute and then sinks her fangs into the femoral artery of her thigh. And she takes 2 blood points, and this girl is in ecstasy. This is probably she's gonna think this is the best sexual experience she's ever had in her entire life. And Isabel's feeling pretty good too, as she savors the blood and licks the wounds closed. She licks her lips, making sure that there's no blood on them. And she walks the woman out of the bathroom as she's in a daze. And she tells her, "I'll be right back. You stay here." And she goes and gets one of her business cards out and gives it to the woman. "You ever want to do this again, you give me a call." And sends her on her way. And she goes back over to Tootie.
2D just waves very enthusiastically as she's like dancing, as she's like probably leading her by the hand back to the Kindred Only area with a big smile on her face.
Well, that went a lot better than I expected.
Well, you are pretty. She kind of gives you a big smile.
Thank you.
So she just sits down then and is just, bobbing her head almost to the music and just, I don't really get to cut loose that very often, so you're probably going to laugh at me after this. But this is nice.
No, it is nice to actually focus on something else other than what's going on out there. And she kind of motions her head to outside.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
Isabel kind of peeks out from the screen to see what Bianca's doing.
You see Bianca sitting in the lap of some girl, her right arm behind the woman's neck, just talking and flirting and leaning in, telling us stuff. Girl busts up laughing. This is another manipulation subterfuge. She's obviously telling us some stories about this one time back in New York, and oh, things you wouldn't believe those boys tried to do to me. My dear, I could show you such a world of such things. And she eventually, when the girl's just dying of laughter, she's leaning in and goes for the back of that back edge of the neck, almost like she was telling her a secret. Maybe she's just giving her a hug now as she goes for the veins right there on the back side of the neck. As she takes 2 points, letting the woman uh, fall into those throes of ecstasy. Bianca's very happy with this one. She's very much somebody she gives a card to. Thinking about it, that's a number of people she's given it to lately. Hopefully some of them start calling her back and get to have repeat visits, as it were, having a good old time with friends. And she gives the girl a kiss as she's sitting there still half dazed. You be safe getting home now, my dear. She gives a little wink as she puts her stump of a hand back into her pocket very carefully, making sure that none of the fingers bend in strange directions. And she makes her way back to find Tootie and Isabel watching her. And she gets back there, she closes the door and gives a little curtsy. So how was my performance, my dear?
Oh, it was wonderful. I do love watching you work. I had a little fun with one myself.
Well, good for you, my dear.
I even gave her my phone number. She acted like she enjoyed it, so maybe if she ever wants to do it again, can probably find her here.
Probably. Hopefully she'll contact you. I know I left my number with a couple girls tonight myself.
Oh, speaking of numbers and such, she takes a business card out of her purse and hands it to Tootie. You already have my phone number, but the address for the gym's right here.
She immediately attempts to open her satchel, taking about twice to do it. She plonks the business card in and just smiles. I remember, more or less. She just gives you an awkward smile.
Uh, do you have a way to get home safe, Tootie?
I can get a taxi, and you know, I'll be really quiet so Teddy doesn't hear me, and I'll just sneak into my room.
All right. Well, I'll stay with you till the taxi gets here at least.
Okay. She just gives you a smile.
And yeah. So Isabel and Bianca will wait with Tootie outside while the taxi arrives to take Tootie home. And Isabel and Bianca will probably head back to Bianca's haven.
Probably. Sounds good to me.
Tootie
And
loudly, Tootie loudly
oh,
crashes into
go
Delaruse's
ahead.
door and is very enthusiastically dancing as she slams the door closed, so he probably just hears her come in. That's Danielle for the night.
That's where the scene ends.